Hello students, welcome to my geography channel Sorban's classroom. Earlier I have discussed the factors which influence the climate of India. Now I want to continue with the next part of the chapter, that is the features of Indian climate. First point, land of diversity, diverse climate. India is called the land of diversity. There are diverse physical features, mountains, plateaus, hills, plains. So the climate is also of diverse type. It varies from one place to other depending on the relief. So first point is diverse climate. This is the first point, first feature of Indian climate. Diversity of climate. This the climate varies from one place to another depending upon the different types of physical features or relief features. Second point is tropical monsoon climate. Tropical monsoon climate due to the mechanism of the monsoon. Before I told you that these monsoon winds are the seasonal winds or periodic winds. They change their direction according to the seasons. In summer, they blow from sea to land. In winter, they blow from land to sea. And we are going to study about the mechanism of the monsoon later on. But here you have to know that these monsoon winds, they reverse their direction. But why they reverse their direction? That is due to the change in pressure areas. During summer, over the landmass there is low pressure, and over the water body there is high pressure. So the winds always blow from high pressure to low pressure, that is from sea towards the land. These are onshore winds. Since they are blowing from sea, they are carrying plenty of moisture, and when they strike the mountain range or hill, they bring plenty of rainfall on the windward slope, and in this way many parts of India get plenty of rainfall by these southwest monsoons or summer monsoons. In winter season, they reverse the direction because over the land mass there is high pressure, and over the water bodies there is low pressure. So pressure area is changing means the winds will also change the direction. So they start blowing from land towards the sea. They are offshore winds, and since they blow from the northeast, we say northeast monsoon, and in winter they blow, so winter monsoons. So these winter monsoons, they do not bring much rainfall in India because the winds are blocked by the Himalayas, but some areas they get rainfall, that is the northeast monsoons. When they enter the Bay of Bengal, they pick up moisture from there and they bring rainfall on the east coastal plain because they strike the eastern Ghats. So the east coastal plain lies on the windward side of the eastern Ghats. So these are the two monsoon winds which greatly affect our country. And the third point, that is the seasons. Seasons. India is divided into 4 seasons: the cold season, the summer season, and the rainy season is divided into 2 parts: the arrival of the monsoon and the retreating monsoon. Now, when you will study the seasons, the duration from which month to which month, that is also very important. The cold season lasts from December to February. The hot season lasts from March to May. And the arrival of the monsoon, June to September, we get rainfall or June to September, and retreating monsoon October, November. So learn the season's name and the duration also. This is typical, these 4 seasons are typical of tropical monsoon climate. Fourth point is the development of temperate cyclones. Temperate cyclones. I will explain to you in detail when I will explain the cold season. Now only this much you should know, that in winter season, at the end, that means January, February, there are temperate cyclones developing. They blow from the northwest and they enter India from the northwest. They bring moderate to heavy rainfall in the northwestern states. These are called western disturbances. In the northwestern states means in Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, some parts of Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, then Uttarakhand, western part of UP, and so on. So these are temperate cyclones which do not cause much damage and destruction, but they bring moderate to heavy rainfall. This rainfall is very important for growing rabi crops such as wheat, rice, and other rabi crops. Then the next point, that is tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones. These tropical cyclones, they develop due to the effect of the easterly jet stream, and they develop in the Bay of Bengal in October, November. So they blow from the Bay of Bengal, and when they strike the coast, they bring damage and destruction. They are little bit destructive, these tropical cyclones, and they bring damage and destruction to the coastal areas, particularly Orissa, then coastal Andhra Pradesh, then some parts of Tamil Nadu. They are affected by these tropical cyclones. They blow in the months of October and November, and of course this is the time for the retreating monsoons. So these are some of the important points which I have discussed about the characteristic features of Indian climate. Now each point you are going to note it down, and when you will try to explain the points, elaborate it in a proper way. So I'm going to the next part of the lesson, that is the seasons. Seasons are very important. So already I have discussed the 4 seasons. I want to begin with the cold season. So I will be drawing one sketch on the board. So if you also can draw the sketch, that will be better, so that you can see the sketch and you can remember. So please see how I am drawing the sketch. This is just to make you understand the chapter well, and if you always keep the sketch in your mind, then it will be easier for you to remember the lesson which you are learning. Cold season begin in the month of December and last till February. During this time, the winter monsoons, they blow. The winter monsoons, they particularly blow from the northeastern part of India, which becomes very cold. And they blow from the northeast. You just see, here we have Tibet, then China, here suppose Central Asia, which is surrounded by mountains. This region is totally cut off from the influence of the sea. So they become extremely cold during winter And low temperature means here the pressure will be high. So high pressure develops here, and low pressure will develop on the surrounding water bodies which are on either side of India. So you know that land and water, they are not equally heated or cooled. Land is heated faster than water, land is cooled faster than water. So here the land is becoming very cold. So high pressure is developing on the land and low pressure develops on the surrounding water bodies. So the winds always blow from high pressure to low pressure. So they start moving towards India. These are the northeast monsoons because they are blowing from northeast, and they are also called the winter monsoons. The winter monsoons. They are offshore winds because they are blowing from land towards the sea. They don't carry any moisture, but they are very dry and very cold because they are blowing from cooler area. That's why the winds are very cold. Now these winds, they are blocked by the high Himalayas which are standing in an east-west direction along the northern part of our country. So these mountains, they block the winds. So the winds cannot enter India. All the winds, they cannot enter India. Some of the winds, they enter through the gaps and passes which are present in between the mountain ranges. The gaps and passes, Chikila Pass, Jodila Pass, Karakoram Pass, Nathula Pass, many passes are there in between the mountains. Through the passes they enter and reduce the temperature of our country to some extent. But on the whole, India remains mild during winter and does not get rain. Now which part of India gets rainfall? That is the east coastal plain gets rainfall by the northeast monsoon winds. Why? Because on the Bay of Bengal there is one low pressure area. So the winds will enter the Bay of Bengal and pick up moisture from there. They are not carrying any moisture, but when they will enter the sea, they will pick up moisture from there and they will bring rainfall on the east coastal plain, because east coastal plain lies on the windward side of the Eastern Ghats. So coastal Andhra Pradesh, then some Odisha, then Coromandel coast, they will get rainfall by these northeast monsoons. Otherwise, other parts of India remain dry. So, which areas get rainfall during winter and by what winds? This is very important for you to remember, because many times the children, they may forget and they cannot remember that what winds are bringing rainfall on the east coast, what winds are bringing rainfall on the west coast. They mix up the winds. So you have to understand it well and you have to write the correct name, that what winds are bringing rainfall on the east coastal plain during winter. It is the northeast monsoon or winter monsoons. Only when they will enter the Bay of Bengal, they will pick up moisture and then they will shed the moisture in the east coastal plain. And why they are bringing rainfall? Because they are striking the windward slope of the Eastern Ghats. And east coastal plain is located on the windward side. And one more thing, that is at the end of the winter, which I told you about the temperate cyclone, they also bring rainfall in the month of January, February in northwestern states, that is Jammu, Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, some parts of UP. These areas get rainfall by temperate cyclones. So this rainfall is economically very important for our country because it helps in the production of rabi crops. So this is the cold season. So you have to remember which places get rainfall by the cold season. Now, I hope whatever I am explaining, that is clear to you and will be you can understand also well. Now another sketch I am going to draw on the board, the east coastal plain, how it gets rainfall during the winter. Just a short sketch, you just note it down. This is the orographic rainfall. When you will explain, suppose the question is how east coastal plain gets rainfall, then you can draw the sketch. This is a rough sketch. So we will show the eastern Ghats like this and the Bay of Bengal. You will label it as Bay of Bengal, Bay of Bengal, and this mountain you will write Eastern Ghats, Eastern Ghats. This is the windward side and this is the leeward side. Draw the Bay of Bengal branch, the winter monsoons in this way. They are bringing rainfall on the windward side, that is the east coastal plain, but leeward side is dry and this is the rain shadow area. The Deccan Plateau is located here on the leeward side. This is just a rough sketch which you can draw when you will write your answer to make your conception clear. Now the other seasons, that is hot season and the mechanism of the monsoons, I will explain in my next video. So this one you revise this topic and get ready for the next video.